Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Dream Stream podcast. I am your host, Yiskah Koock, here with our dream sister, fellow dream traveler, Ellen Ronis. And we are hoping for a very special guest this podcast, our teacher, doctor. I was going to say reverend because he is like a reverend to me, Dr. Stephen Larson, and we hope he will come, and also Dr. Carla Mazzeo, who's a current Dream Stream. I call her the OG.
Oh, pardon me.
Bless you. And so it's true when someone sneezes or
exclamation point.
No, it's true. So hello. Hello, Ellen. I'm feeling like we need to start with a dream of yours.
Okay, maybe. Sneeze. Okay. Yeah. Well, I hope Dr. Larson comes onto the show as well, because I've actually never met him in person, but I've got a few of his books, and I would be honored to actually be in presence with him. So anyway, let's see. The most recent dream I had I don't know, 3 or 4 days ago, very odd. I was in my bedroom, but I don't know what bedroom it was. Like, it wasn't necessarily the bedroom that I have now, and it doesn't necessarily feel, it could be a bedroom from my childhood maybe, but not really sure. But it's definitely my bedroom, my bed. And I look under my bed and there is a totally flattened, squished little animal. It could have been a cat, could have been a squirrel, a mouse, I don't know, but it was like, it looked as if it had been run over many, many times, like by a car or something. And it was under my bed. And then I see a small kitten and I say, oh my God, I'm going to keep this kitten. And then I see, and this is all under my bed. And then I see like an older cat. And then I see another cat with a really distorted big round head, like really big head and like a regular cat body. And it was just creepy and weird. And that was the whole dream.
Oh.
It was all pretty dark. It was kind of dark in there.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Okay. Ooh. Yeah. And I would say that creepy cat was a little dark itself.
It was super creepy. Yeah, it was super creepy. And I was sort of curious in the dream. I remember being curious, like, wait, I said I wanted the kitten. Why are you showing me all these other animals? Like, I just wanted the kitten.
Oh, as if it was like
as if I was being presented.
Universe, you know, as if it's like a conversation.
Yeah.
Universe. No other way to say that.
Yeah, maybe. So, I mean, clearly something was presenting these things to me. Yeah.
So do you have a title, or what would you title it?
All the cats.
All the cats. Ooh, yeah. All 4 of us.
Like every level of cat, like including squished and dead and
yeah.
And that was, that part of it was
like me as cat.
You know, I was just remembering, I had another dream with a flattened cat. Do you remember that one with the horse? Like I was riding a horse. It was one of my like housemates' horses or something. And we were riding on the trail and there was like a flattened kitten.
I vaguely remember that. I'm remembering, and I think this happened in waking life, there was a flattened squirrel. And my cat was playing with it. Maybe, or maybe that was from your dream.
Yeah, who knows, right?
All the cats. And how did the dreamer feel when you woke up?
I'm not totally remembering, but it was just pretty disturbing. It was pretty disturbing. I was definitely hung up on the dead cat part.
And something for listeners who are wanting to learn more about dream work, it's a dark space. So we already know the tone. And had bright and happy things happen there, that would have been an anomaly. But it's dark space, and then it ends with a dark image, and I'm feeling a little unsettled by it, if I read you right. And so that's just a point of interest.
Yeah.
Work.
Yes. Good point. And yeah, I mean, I have some curiosities about it, and some.
So what are you?
Like what bed was it? Like, it definitely wasn't my bed now, and I'm just like, yeah, is this taking place in some older part of my psyche? It's what I suspect. It's what I kind of feel, that there's something like I'm saying older, but I mean a young part of my psyche.
Yes.
Something in the past.
Yes.
Or I don't know if it's in the past, but something, it just feels like,
right.
I have that sense sometimes when I'm dreaming of something that's like an old house, or my house, the bedroom that I grew up in, or whatever, that I'm kind of working something from that time of my history. And
yes.
I don't know if that's true or not, but
I also feel that way, though. I think that's a good insight into what it might be about for the dreamer.
Yeah. So it did sort of have the flavor of my bedroom growing up, like when I was a teenager. Wasn't exactly like that, but it definitely had that feeling.
What color was it?
It was just dark. I don't really, it was just like dark, and it was like nighttime, so I don't really know. But it definitely felt like it was, my teenage bedroom. And I guess I just wonder, something about, am I supposed to bring this dead one back to life? What am I supposed to do with that? Like, what is that supposed to be? Like, what does it represent? What am I supposed to think about that? Why is this being presented to me? Yeah, just.
So I'm interested, of course, in that. My immediate reaction when you said, and I'm sorry, this is just if it's my dream, when you said, should I bring that cat back to life? And I shouted, no, in my head. It's just more for me about like transformation. So it goes from a dead, flat cat. So it's flat. So what does that mean to me? That means like it's already decomposed.
Yes.
It doesn't have that smell, because I've found dead decomposing,
yes,
even and lice under my bed. The life of a cat mom,
Mm-hmm.
So it's really at the end, and then there's a kitten, and so to me that's like speaking a little bit about reincarnation.
Okay.
Like,
sure, that makes so much sense. Yeah, like, this thing was so dead, like there was
no
life.
There was like fur, like just the fur.
I don't even know, like it just was, like flattened dead animal. I'm not even really sure what kind of animal it was. I assumed it was a cat, but
so and then when there's a big cat, the kitten is gone, and there's a big cat. What are the dreamer's feelings at that point?
Well, so when I saw the kitten, I was like, I want to adopt that kitten. That's my kitten. I want him, her, whatever.
Yeah.
And then when I was shown an older cat, I was like, no, I don't. I've already decided I want the kitten.
Okay.
Like as if I had to make a choice.
Yes.
Like I was being presented with all these options, I guess, is maybe how it felt. And I already made the choice. I wanted the kitten. So I was kind of like not really interested. Yeah. And then the last one was like, what the hell? Like,
who comes?
Yeah, what is this weird or big or round, big-headed, weird, distorted thing? Wow. And so I guess I don't know. I don't know. Just making choices and choosing. I don't know.
Yeah,
Choosing.
and that's something I was thinking too, like being sure in my choice. Is there something going on in my life where I made a choice and now I'm being tested, or like, and I feel like I already made the choice.
Oh, I just had a thought. Yeah, I already made the choice. I wanted a kitten because, like, kittens are cute and they're young and they're babies, and who doesn't want a kitten?
Yeah.
But I wonder if I was being shown those other things, like almost to, not to test, but to, okay, what do I want to say? Like, well, what about an older cat? Like, you can love an older cat too. And like, okay, this one's really deformed or whatever, but like, and weird and kind of creepy, but it kind of needs love too, in a way. So I think I definitely felt like weirdly disturbed. Like, of course I want to, adopt the adorable kitten, and the other ones were like, ew, and I don't know if I could relate it to myself
Yeah.
as a middle-aged woman who's, getting older and looking older and etc. And kind of really very, very, very conscientious, no, self-conscious about that,
Yes.
the getting older and,
Uh-huh.
have all my internal judgments about it, like, oh, who's going to want me because I'm older, and which is
Yeah.
ridiculous, but that's my truth. That's a piece of my truth. And maybe there's something to that. Like, you know,
Wow.
like I want to adopt the cute young thing, but what about those other things that need like attention and love and
It's a reality, but it's, a worshiping reality. But I'm thinking, I'm in my, did you say your teenage room though, not your childhood
yeah, not
room?
my childhood room, so
Okay.
teenage room, yeah.
I have
So
to
it was a
rethink
different
this.
room.
So yeah, it does feel to me like the life cycle, and I was joking about we four cats, because I was considering myself a cat. I think I told you I used to wear cat ears. We got them for Halloween for my son, and they're black cat ears. And I wore them for a couple months because I felt like it was what I needed to express at that
Mhm.
time. So don't judge me.
Not judge you, not
I'm not talking to you. Sorry.
oh,
I'm
his
just
audience. No judge.
so but I'm interested in the under the bed. When I was a child, was I afraid of what lurks under my bed?
Mhm. I wasn't. Well, was I? No, I don't. Not to my remembrance. No, I wasn't one of those kids who, like, was afraid of the boogeyman kind of thing.
Right, right.
No. So yeah,
Okay.
but I guess, like, okay, so let's explore it, like the bed. What is the bed? Like, a bed is, where you rest, where you kind of release, you let go, you kind of let go of your conscious mind, you go into another realm, and it's underneath that. What
So
does
the
that mean?
depths of our psyche.
Yes,
Sorry, this
the
wait
smoke.
just
Yeah.
got to me. And I'll be fine.
Grab a sip of
So,
water, maybe. Mhm.
so right. So what is that wonderful Christian Andersen? What's that poet's name?
Hans Christian
Hans
Andersen.
Christian Andersen, about, is it about the land of Nod, or it's just this, I think I have this book, maybe it's just a water painting, the watercolor painting, because
Mm-hmm.
quilts that then become like when you're flying in a plane and you look down at the earth and it looks like a quilt. So
Mm-hmm.
the quilt then becomes that, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like connotating dream. Oh,
Oh.
and it's beautiful,
Mm.
which reminds me, I need to find that. I still have that book. That was a
Mm.
book I wanted to save from my childhood.
That's
And
wonderful.
I hope I still have it. And now that I'm packing up to move, I absolutely must make sure I find that book if I still have it. Note to self.
Yeah, yeah. That sounds like a good one to have,
Yeah.
to keep.
So, well, I don't know where to take this. If you feel, do you have more questions about this dream?
I guess I just, I want to explore that, like underneath a little bit, like
Great.
something underneath, that intimacy. There's an intimacy about a bed, right?
Yes.
I mean, even if you don't have a partner, it's not about, it can be about sex too. It's where people have sex, but so yeah, there's that, but also just the intimacy of your so totally personal space, right?
Yes.
So I don't know, there is something like bothering me about it. Like, what does it mean that it's underneath the bed?
Yes. Oh, so interesting.
Because it's not unconscious, or because it's being shown to me, so it's not unconscious.
Right.
It's not subconscious because it's being shown, but maybe it's some kind of a message that's still in the dark a little bit.
Begs the question, is showing me, or what is showing me?
Yeah, good question. It feels like some part of my wisdom.
Yes.
Some kind of my wisdom, yeah, which I guess could mean God,
Yes.
the higher spirit, whatever.
Big S.
Big S, capital S self. Yeah.
So, I mean, I get it. I want a sweet little fluffy kitten as much as the next person. But I also see the beauty in adopting an elder cat for the rest of her or his life, so she can have a good life.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. My heart.
I so beautiful when I.
Yeah. Like I could cry when I think about that. Like people who adopt older dogs. Oh, I have a friend who does that.
Exactly.
She adopts older. Oh God, it's just like that's.
I just love it. One day I hope that my life will be such that I can be with a partner who also wants to do this.
Okay.
Sorry, what?
Can you hang on one quick second?
Yes.
Yeah, let's pause for a second if you don't mind.
Sounds good.
Yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, just more. I don't know if you have any insight about the underneath part,
Yeah. Feels to me like, if it's my dream, like the undercurrent or like the subconscious. So if my bed is like my place of wisdom, I'm just going to say, like, how much wisdom we can accrue from our dreams under the bed, felt like, and not to say everything's completely hidden from me. I feel the same way as I would feel about dreaming about a basement. It's like the undercurrent.
Yeah, I like that. I like that term, undercurrent, because I do have this feeling in life right now that there is something underneath me, inside me, that's kind of wanting to, like some old, I don't know. I don't want to sort of trivialize this by saying, oh, old belief systems, and because people talk about that a lot. It's something deep, and it may not be so dramatic or anything like that, but it is something old, something that I don't even know exactly what it is, but I can sort of feel that there's a couple of things that I like, ways that I am in life, or that I am about relationships, or that I am about love, or that I am about my work, or whatever, like that are really asking me to go deeper.
Yes.
Go deeper into what's really, really, really true for me in all of those places. And so maybe there's some correlation there. Like it is an undercurrent, but it's not totally conscious yet.
In this moment, I'm feeling that not quite conscious undercurrent is from my teenage years, when that was my bedroom.
Yes, and that's really interesting too, because that's when so much of who we are gets formed. Like what we think about ourselves is women, we are women, or what we think about ourselves as men, or whoever, what we think about ourselves in the sort of gender,
Choose
and
your gender.
yeah, or choose gender of choice, whatever, all good.
Right.
It's what we think, we start to think about what we are as whatever gender we feel, and also our sexuality, and also like who we are as human beings, like in the world. So like we're just beginning to sort of have a sense of that, and
Yes.
maybe I'm just like it's sort of funny to say that at 62, but you know, I'm on another level of that in a way. And
I'm interested in the age difference between what did I feel like I was 15 or 17, and then subtracting that from 62 and seeing what number it is. I always like number play in my thinking. I'm always adding things together and like deducing things.
Well, I think I feel 16. Okay. 16. And whatever, I'm not good at math, so
I'm not even gonna pretend.
52, 46. Wow, I'm really good at math. 46.
Right,
so 46, what does that mean? I don't know. It doesn't really mean anything to me actually, but.
Got it. So yeah, I'm sorry that I was just lazy in that moment. I apologize to my dad.
Well, I was doing it on my fingers, like underneath the table. So
okay. I never found a problem with counting on fingers. Why is that a problem?
Why is that a problem? It is not
a problem. That's
100% not a problem.
One of the reasons,
in my opinion,
we have fingers. We can count on them. So okay, well, the undercurrent.
The undercurrent. I like it. I feel pretty satisfied with that, like with that ultimate, kind of conclusion in a way of the whole thing. Yeah.
Is there a way you could honor the dream? Do something to honor the dream?
I have been doing a lot of writing, and I feel like I'd like to write maybe something about it, but let's see, how can I be more specific? I don't know. Maybe, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just don't know.
Okay.
Sometimes I feel that when we really dive in and explore on this level, that we've honored the dream already.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. I also feel that way. Even just sharing the dream feels.
Sharing the dream could be honoring it. Yeah.
Necessarily unpacking it.
Yeah. So thank you. Thanks. That's good.
Thank you for sharing it. So I didn't want to get into a dream of mine so much as to, I've been talking about dream themes, I think, the past couple of podcasts. And just wanted to talk about a current theme. So I had a dream that there was this, so it was a house. It didn't feel like my house. It didn't feel like not my house. It was just a house, I'm not sure. And there were two teenage boys, and then they didn't quite feel like my sons, but maybe they were my sons, which my sons are 9 years apart. They're not both going to be teenagers. I mean, 12 years apart, pardon me. They're not both going to be teenagers at the same time. But then there was like a little girl, and I had a feeling like me or not me, but a stepdaughter. So whoever this dream is about has two teenage sons and has a stepdaughter. She is the cutest little firecracker. She has, okay, I'm just remembering something very important about the house. I can't see the house from the outside at this point, but then somehow I feel like I'm in my childhood home. And it's a little girl. I think she's sleeping in like my childhood bedroom. But it's not me. She doesn't look like me. She's just like a flyaway, dirty blonde hair. And, I think she's just wearing a diaper. She's probably about 2, she's just cute as can be. So, and I never, I don't have any little girls. So maybe a granddaughter one day
Looking into the
later.
future.
So, and then I had a dream, I think even the next night, that where was I in that dream? Don't know. I was somewhere, and there was a little baby crawling around on the floor. And it was just the cutest little baby. I mean, I just want to say, oh, I'll say after. It's just the cutest little baby. And I think also she crawling around on the floor. And I asked her mom, is she 4 months? And she said yes. And I felt really connected to this baby. And then the baby crawled over to me, and the shape of the baby was more like a puppy dog. And then the baby turned into a puppy dog, and then turned back into the baby. I only just saw her as puppy dog and then turned back into the baby. So that is the theme. And so what I was going to say before is I love babies. I do, but I'm not like gaga over babies, I mean, probably yes, I will see how adorable a baby is, because babies aren't in my life right now. So if somebody comes over with a baby or something, it might engender such feeling, but I'm not generally gaga over every baby, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so generally when I dream about a baby, I think about something new. Something new is going to be born in my life. But both of these cases didn't feel like my baby.
And the first dream was was two boys in the dream and a girl and the baby, a little
boys belong to the wife,
Whose wife was it?
I guess it's a blended family. So she's the mother of the two boys, and he's the dad of the little preschooler, the little girl.
And do you know these people?
I do not. I do not. And I think it's in my childhood home. But again, not me as a child, not me.
So do you want to explore the dream, or do you want to just sort of talk about the themes?
I just want to talk about the themes.
Yeah.
Unless something, really comes forth in you.
So what do you see as the theme? Is it the children?
Something new. And I have a feeling if it's not my baby, it's something new. It's going to come into maybe my family, or yeah, I'm just thinking something new will probably come into my family, because if I'm looking at my childhood home as my family's house growing up, then yeah, just I'm not going to say what it really is making me think of, because I don't want to say anything, that I would need to say bli ayin hara, which means without the evil eye. Not that I'm superstitious, but I'm just thinking of future generations.
Yeah, that's what I figured you were. You were riffing on that.
But it's always nice to the baby feels a little different, actually. The baby feels like something new for me, even though it's not my baby. I knew how old she was. We had a connection. She came right up to me. She looked like a puppy dog. So then there's maybe a future dog, which we talked about last time. It's actually not happening, unfortunately. I was hopeful, but the whole litter's else given away elsewhere.
Oh, too bad.
I know.
Too bad.
Okay, timing.
There'll be another, there'll be other options. Yeah.
I believe in right timing.
Definitely.
Full of disappointment.
Yeah.
So, and possibly writing project that I've been wanting to conquer. maybe that's gonna start to happen.
Hmm.
Yeah, I feel like that is what it's about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. New creative projects, whatever that might be, right? Creativity is
Yeah,
all kinds of things. It's giving birth, it's,
yeah,
art, it's
so true.
so many possibilities. Yeah. And that is an interesting theme. And so have you had other dreams like that with little ones in them other
Oh
than those?
yeah, but not
Yeah,
lately.
not lately.
But
Mhm.
all throughout, yes, all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. But you feel like that just feels like a correct kind of sense for yourself about what's going on.
Yeah, I hope so. I
Mhm.
always hope for like and I love how you're saying like a creative project.
Yeah.
Yes, so I very much hope, and I'm wanting to do this writing. I
Mhm.
just haven't. I mean,
Yeah.
I just haven't put things all together, and I haven't
Yeah.
done the editing part. I'm
Mhm.
trying to sit down and just riff, but then I don't want to edit all the different riffs together and to make a common,
Are
piece of
you,
writing.
yeah. Is this like a poetry project, or do you not want
I'm
you?
I'm writing a book.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Also, I intend to put all my poetry together into a book. That's
Mhm.
on this book. That's
Mhm.
this one over here.
Mhm. That's awesome. Yeah, maybe you need some support. You might need some
Yeah. Oh yeah. You have your writers group, I think.
support. Yeah, although I just I'm taking a break from it.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm a little bit concerned, that I will. I mean, I'm really hoping that I keep doing it. But
Uh,
I'm also having a hard time just like going back into my notebooks and seeing which pieces want to be edited, which
yeah,
pieces feel
okay.
important and good enough for me to be edited, and
Yes.
I don't know where I'm putting them. I'm not writing a book, so
Right.
so far
Right.
anyway. Maybe it'll turn into that. I don't know, but
Well,
um,
if it's me, in my, well, I don't know if this was my final intention for honoring my dream, your dream. I did say maybe I'll write about it. But then I
mhm.
just said, oh, well, just telling the dream is honoring it enough.
Right,
So I
right,
don't know if
right.
that's what you landed on. But
Well,
I
that's
would
interesting.
encourage that.
Yeah, because you never know where it leads, right? You start with, oh, the dream and it's cats under my bed, and
Yeah,
you don't know
that's right.
where that goes, right? I mean, that's the kind of writing that we were doing in this writing group. It's like write,
Yeah, I
just
love
write
it.
and write and write. Start with whatever you start with, whatever thought or storyline or whatever you call that. Not a cue. What do you call it?
I don't know.
A prompt,
Prompt.
the
Yes.
prompt, start with that,
Prompt
and then
yourself.
just let it take you where it doesn't matter. It may have absolutely nothing to do with where you start. So
Yeah, I
that is
agree.
that is a good idea. Yeah.
So maybe
Um,
I will do that as well. I know of a couple of writing
yeah.
groups going on
Yeah,
here.
yeah, and there are things all around. Actually, I reconnected with an wonderful old friend from Brooklyn, really good friend, and we always did very deep work together. We did authentic movement, and it was very profound work that we did together. And she's been writing a lot too. She's a great writer, really great poet, like really sophisticated in my opinion.
Yes.
Um, and we decided that we're going to get together once every couple of weeks and just read our writings, and we'll just see where it
Oh,
goes. But
that's great.
yeah, I like having support. I like having someplace to put it, and
Yeah.
I'm saying that for you, like maybe that would help
Okay.
you to yeah, to put it
Right.
into something
Yeah, because something more weekly might feel a little,
something
does
more
feel
regular.
a little,
Yeah.
like I can't really take on another weekly thing or
Mm.
any weekly thing.
Yeah, maybe
You know,
maybe not right now, but just at some point, maybe you'll want to get an editor, someone to help you edit. I
oh,
mean, people
see,
do that all
well,
the
that's a
time.
whole other thing.
Yeah, it
But I
is
mean, you still have to mush it all into one piece of writing before you get an editor, right? So we
Um, not necessarily. You can just get an editor to help you figure out where things are going
I'll get a
to.
ghost writer,
Well, no, it's not. Well, you
but I
could.
won't because
Yeah.
I love writing and writing's been super important to me.
Yeah.
my whole
Yeah,
life.
you're a wonderful poet. I don't know any, your other writings, but
Right.
I've heard some of you recite some of your
Thank you.
wonderful poetry. Yeah, I like writing too. I don't have a lot of it's just yeah, anyway. I don't have a lot of confidence in it, even though people feed back such
Yeah,
wonderful things, but still I have to feel good about it myself and feel like it's expressing something. And I still wonder about the categories of writing, like, is this poetry? Is this prose? Is this
okay.
an
Oh,
essay?
yeah,
That
labels.
sort of thing. And I don't really need
Thank
to label
you.
it, except that if I want to put it somewhere out
Yes,
in the world,
yes.
it seems like maybe it doesn't need a label. Maybe I just put it on my Facebook page. I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
Just put it out.
Right.
I do want certain things. Just yeah.
Okay.
Somebody told me about echo poetry. Like
Oh,
that's an actual thing. It's an
it
actual.
reminds me of eco kosher.
I don't know what that
Food.
is.
That's, it's like kosher food,
Yeah.
but also strict ecological standards for
Mm.
how it's,
Oh, how it's
it's
grown.
killed and for how
Oh,
things are grown. And
I
yeah,
love that. I am that. I am that. I'm not kosher, but I'm definitely like that. Like it matters
right.
very much to me. If I'm going to
Yes,
eat an animal product,
yes,
it needs to be on that,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Free range,
Yep. I'm
grass,
yep.
eater. Yeah,
Yep.
I like that. That was Reb Zalman Schachter, who
Mhm.
was the big Rebbe in the Jewish renewal movement, passed away a couple of years ago.
Mhm.
He was thinking about that and creating that.
Mhm. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I feel we should go.
Yeah.
Um,
Good.
good.
Okay.
And thank you, listeners. I'm sorry that Dr. Stephen Larson, Dr. Carla Mazzeo, neither of them showed up, but Stephen will be doing his dream group next week.
What
And
time is this dream group again? I think it was the
I
time
want to invite you to it.
you did. I think it was the time.
3 o'clock, 3 to 4, I
Yeah.
believe. And
Yeah.
then the following, he'll be available, and I will remind him that he
Okay.
said he'd do this.
Yeah, I can't unfortunately do that time. That's what I remember because I
Oh,
start
okay.
working at 2 my time, which is 4
Okay.
Eastern.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it takes it too close for me,
Bring him
which is
here.
too bad because I'd love to. Yeah, I'd love to
Yeah,
jump in.
I would love that too.
Yeah, but hopefully he'll jump in with us.
Yes,
That would be awesome.
I would love that.
Okay. Well,
So,
thank you so much.
thank you so much. And
Yeah.
listeners, thank you so much for joining us. Please subscribe, and we will catch you later. Cholamod metukin.
Bye bye.